Welcome back to Comic Night. Today I'm going to cover Magik, her origin story, and this wonderful 4-issue limited series. The origin story was written by Claremont and drawn by Buscema. The reason I want to highlight this series is because I think it's so original. It happens like a story within a story. The story that it begins with is Uncanny X-Men number 160. X-Men are transported to this realm called Limbo. And in that realm, there's an evil sorcerer named Belasco. His evil masters are trapped in a separate dimension. In order to get them out, Belasco needs to train an apprentice to the point where they're so strong in arcane arts, basically magic, that he can pull parts of their soul out of his apprentice, and create a bloodstone. Now, a bloodstone is powerful, and he has an amulet, kind of like the Infinity Gauntlet. He can place 5 bloodstones in the amulet, and it will be so powerful that it can break down dimensional walls. Because Limbo is kind of like the glue that holds together all these different dimensions, and they all have dimensional walls. The amulet will be able to free his masters, and what his masters want to do, basically conquer the universe, conquer Earth, kill people, all those crazy things that make them evil. But Belasco needs an apprentice. So in issue 160, what happens, the X-Men go to Limbo. They're confronted by Belasco. He sees Illyana, manages to kidnap her. Thing is that he only kidnaps her for a few seconds. When a few seconds pass in Limbo, years pass on Earth. There's this tug of war that happens between Belasco and Kitty Pryde. Both of them have an arm of Illyana, and Belasco just gets her for a few seconds, but that's all he needs. In those few seconds, years pass, and Belasco's training Illyana in these magical arts so he could get the bloodstones to release his masters. While Illyana is there, she comes across Storm. But this Storm is a little different. She's older. She's from an alternate reality. This isn't the Aurora Monroe from Uncanny X-Men 160. This is a different Aurora Monroe. In the past, Belasco, he tried to manipulate Storm, but Storm was too strong. She was too strong-willed. Her will was always towards the positive. She's very, very heroic, and he can't alter her mind. She escapes Belasco, and she makes a world for herself. She captures Illyana for a while and shows her all the positive things that she could do with magic. And she shows her this magical garden that she's created in Belasco's terrible realm. The thing about Illyana is that she's just so young. She's like 7 years old. Belasco keeps telling her like how much he loves her, so she trusts him. In real life, it's easier to do bad than it is to do good. It's easier to destroy things. It's easier to light things on fire. She's a kid. She doesn't know any better, right? And this is where Storm comes in. You should be doing good, because Storm has that will. Storm has that heroic nature to her. Storm wasn't the only one of the original X-Men that were transported there from an alternate reality. Kitty Pryde was there as well. But time has passed in Limbo, and Kitty Pryde has now become Cat. She takes Illyana aside and says, "Look, I could take you home. Never mind Belasco and his evil stuff. Never mind Storm and all of her magic tricks. You can't trust any of them. You could trust me though, and trust me to take you home." Illyana falls for it. At the end of this journey that Kat goes on, she basically takes her back to Belasco's lair. They were in Limbo for 7 years, and the journey takes a long part of this series. And so Illyana is learning a lot: how to fight, how to survive, a lot of very important lessons to learn when you're going to be a superhero with the X-Men. So Illyana's returned to Belasco's lair. Now she's learned the positive side, and she knows the evil side. She keeps training, trying to please Belasco because, you know, he's a dangerous guy. One of the coolest things that Illyana learned were these stepping discs that she could create, and they're kind of like what Nightcrawler does. He could transport himself. So when she walks onto these stepping discs, she transports to somewhere else. It looks really cool when she does it. It kind of like lights on fire and stuff. That's cool. And she creates this sword as well. So the final battle in the last issue of the limited series shows Illyana fighting Belasco. And the more she fights Belasco, the more her appearance changes. She starts to grow horns and she grows a tail. It's pretty weird, but it's pretty cool because energy was being transferred into Illyana from Belasco. She defeats him by not succumbing to the evil that he is, which is really cool, and it's like a life's lesson to do good. And then she transports herself back into reality, which is Kitty Pryde holding her by the hand, pulling her away from Belasco, doing a total circle to issue 160 of Uncanny X-Men. And there's a few pages there where she talks about her experience and the journey that she's gone through in only a few seconds on Earth, but 7 years in the abyss of Limbo. Magik is going to be appearing in the New Mutants movie, and looking forward to it. Enjoyed this episode? Please like and subscribe. Leave your comments in the section below. I'd be happy to cover some comics for you guys, and I'll give you a little shout out.